I have a friend that I've made friends with for a very long time through social media, of course. Her name is Brinda Pamulapati, and she is just one of those people that when you think about it, you're like, wow. Most Indian parents tell you to be doctor, lawyer, engineer, open a business, blah, blah, blah. And she stepped out. She's not only a mathematics educator, but she said, I'm going to follow my heart and I'm going to do something else as well. So she's an abstract artist, the founder of Venvi Art Gallery in Tallahassee. And she is celebrating her 10th anniversary. So I'm not going to say anything else. I want her to talk to us about her professional journey in Singapore before moving to the United States. And she's quite educated as well with her master's degree in mathematics and other things. My goodness, you have just broken the mold, Miss Brinda. So welcome to Viewpoint with Seeta and Friends. And tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Hi, Seeta. Thank you so much for hosting me on your show. I truly appreciate the opportunity to share my journey and speak about my work. Yeah, I was born and raised in India and worked in Singapore. So India was rich in culture. So I was basking in culture and went to Singapore, and they were very disciplined and work oriented, and I saw the importance and benefit of living like that. Then in US I was married, and I could reflect more on my personal life, and I did my bachelor's, master's in FSU, and I could reflect more about different races, culture, people, and these three things layered, culture, discipline, and introspection, has brought me to where I am today.
Yeah, I mean, your studio, we looked at it online. It's beautiful. You have so many beautiful pieces. And just the mere fact that you enjoy taking your talent, your gifts, and your abilities and not keeping it to yourself, but you share it with the world and you share it with other artists as well. So tell us how the global journey influenced your life, because you give back more than any other artist I've seen.
Oh, nice. Thank you for your kind introduction, Seeta. So it is all collaboration and mutual respect, what goes in the art world or any other world. So me being able to, so I'm an artist, and I wanted to have the contemporary art to breathe somewhere close to me. So I started this gallery, and since I opened the gallery, I met a lot of incredible artists and who deserved more voice and representation. So this automatically grew into a rich culture, and I'm amazed to see talented artists be part of this gallery and making it strong. The gallery is only as good as its artists, so I'm blessed to have so many artists around here and making it strong. So it's been mutual, and I've been learning from the artists and visitors, and I've been able to give a platform for the culture, strong culture and creativity, which is much needed for during these times of the world where where we are chasing peace. We do not have to chase peace. We have to create peace in our heart by encouraging creativity, art, music, and other things.
Yeah. And what I noticed with your art too, it's not like you can't teach. You can go out there and be a mathematics teacher, which Lord knows the truth. More power to you, because math was not my strong point, which I think everybody after a while, they're like, oh, I gave up, right? But you have made art your full-time calling. So how did art become a full-time calling? Because mathematics is is something that second nature to you.
So true. So the mathematics is more of analytical, quantitative type, and it gives you an analytical clarity. But the art gives you more emotional depth. So I was just practicing art. I did not give up, and it walked into the main stage. I just allowed it to come to my main stage. I didn't drag it. So I do teach online for math and art is, I'm very passionate about art because it allows me to emotionally express myself and keep me focused and enjoy bringing the intuition, apply my intuition. It's a very happy moment, and so it became mainstream of my life.
So I heard some really good news. Obviously, you told us some of it. You had a pivotal moment working with Jacob Pichades in Toronto that shaped your abstract style. Talk about that a little bit, because talk about being emotionally connected. Not only do you get emotionally connected by someone that's that prominent in the industry, but then also to be able to express it in your style is a major feel.
So when I went to meet this world-renowned artist Jacob Pichade, he had so many students in his studio, and I was one among them. But then he asked me to create some compositions, and he observed the style I was creating. It was very spontaneous and fast. So he recognized the abstract nature in me, the creative flow in me, and encouraged me into this style, and which I'm very grateful, because it's a pleasure creating the work from intuition and skill. So that's become my mainstream now. And we all do need mentors once in a while in our life to help us guide.
Yes.
I'm grateful for that.
Hi, this is Allie. I'm one of the little, tag-alongs here in the group. But I was reading that there was a 10th anniversary for you. Can you talk about what that meant to you?
Yeah. Hi, Ali. That's so nice. So, in 2015, I opened this gallery. And now this year has been our 10th anniversary exhibition. This exhibition brings together works from our represented artists, showcasing diverse medium, style, and voice. So the artists we represent their work, and it looks like a celebration, and you can view it online or in gallery too. And it shows the sincerity and our excitement, passion, creativity, everything boxed in the gallery now, and it's amazing. Thank you for asking, and I invite people to visit our website or visit our physical gallery in Tallahassee.
Yeah. So, when I was a little girl, they say your life experiences shape your future, right? But I remember that every Hindu home had art, like these Hindu pictures. And all the homes had that picture of an old man, and it showed you where basically once a man, twice a child, where you had that vision of a baby and then a toddler and then, a 12-year-old or 17-year-old, an adult, a man with children. And then all of a sudden the backbone starts bearing down and it's twisted. And all of a sudden that baby now has become an old man who's dying. And the lesson behind that piece of art was that as you get older, you need the strength of the young people to take care of the old, because there's two things that's a given, and that is birth and death. And so I think for a lot of people, even though I'm so grateful that you have the art gallery and, a place where people could see your all your artwork and represent us in your gallery. But what do you think of a long time ago when people had limited information, and this is how they portrayed art to us?
So at any point of time, we live the present. So there's nothing to feel great or bad about it. But even during our cave times, people still represented art using the tools they have and the surface they have. So whatever our best knowledge, our best tool, is good enough. What we have to be grateful for is the ability to focus. The culture of creating art, the moment of creating art gives us a deep insight, a deep pleasure of being quiet, serene, and calm. That is achieved, whichever time period you are and whatever you're doing, whatever tools you're doing, whatever limited information we have. The process of creation gives us an experience. That experience is same across the time and culture and
yeah, so it's
whatever
evolved. So
resources we have.
you're saying it's evolved. So now you have your current show, and tell us what visitors can experience. Can they see the show online?
Yeah, most of the current show has about 20 artists and over 120 works in the gallery. So some of the works we have tried to display in our website, and they can have a feel for the show in the website, and they can also visit us. And we are active in social media, YouTube, and other places too.
Right. And so you published your first book about art. What inspired the ideas for that book?
Oh, I love this question. So this book is a art book, a painting book. So when people stepped into the gallery, some of them were like blank or intimidated. There's no need for that. Like they would wonder why a flower is not like a flower and it looks different. So the art itself is to allow you to think out of the box in a different way, in a creative way. So we are raised in a black and white, right and wrong, but the art crosses those boundaries and tells you there's nothing right and wrong, and teaches you to learn to see things out of the box. And I wanted to bring that into teaching. So I created this art book. So I took a very familiar topic, animals, where everybody are happy to see. So I used these animals to create a different art styles like realism, cubism, surrealism, pointillism, and futurism. So I took about 5 or 6 art movements and created each animal so people can see how artists think or how you can think out of the box. And they can appreciate art, and children can grow in that culture. So I created this book, and this is my first book, and I'm planning to do more.
Oh, that's wonderful. And so I know you have 2 sons, 17 and 23. Yeah, how has motherhood shaped your life and your artistic path? Because I know, like, I'm Indian and you're Indian, and I know when my son came to me once and he said, oh, I think I'm going to be an artist. And, mind you, the kid can draw. I mean, this kid could look at the ocean and just sit there and draw the whole thing in 5 minutes. And I'd be like, well, yeah. You could draw after you finish college and you become a blah, blah, blah. And he's like, I'm like, that could be a hobby. And he's like, but Mom, people make money off of this, and it's not about money. It's about my purpose, my peace. And, looking back, I'm like, I wish more parents were encouraging the kids like that. But now you have 2 sons. So talk to us about your sons and the artistic path and resilience you have taken with that.
That's wonderful. That's a nice question, Seeta. I'm grateful you asked this. And when I was a kid and I used to draw, my parents encouraged and gave me paint, and I would paint and compare it with my dad's encyclopedia, where what Raphael and all these Renaissance artists, and mine was nothing close to them, and it was very disheartening. So I did not give up until I learned what was the difference. And I have colors. I can draw. I can do exactly what they did, but still it doesn't look like that. Not even photographs look like that. You can walk into the rooms in these paintings. So that fired my curiosity to keep learning, and I encourage my children to do the same, to play. So from my children, what I see is they live in present. They don't think about past and future, and they enjoy the present, and they make the best out of it. So I would encourage people to live in present and play. And play brings you everything else. When you play, you're happy and not worried, and whatever you're interested in, play with it. Don't think about money, future, or what's going to be, am I going to be best, or anybody going to criticize or appreciate. That's not the point.
So live in the present. So
live in the present.
Yeah. Well, I'm good at making a good rice, curry chicken, a nice shepherd's pie with vegetarian meat, I'm good at cooking, having parties, but I suck at art. When somebody asks me to draw a cat, it doesn't look like a cat. So would you say that everybody has their own artistic talent, but I swear I feel terrible that I can't draw. What do you tell somebody that says, listen, I need to learn?
Of course, yeah, definitely. So I teach mathematics, and when people come for math, it's worse than what you described. I do not know math. They have phobia for the math. But still, then I've seen students, if they believe in learning itself is a creative process, right?
It
So
sure
when
is,
they
yes.
yeah, when they believe and the learning itself is a creative process, even if the subject like math or art feels unfamiliar, confidence and willingness to learn can take you far. If you are interested in art or if you are interested in cooking, it will take you further, but you must be learning. Make it a play. Don't make it academic learning like grades and comparisons.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that, because sometimes I remember once my husband and I were given an assignment to draw something at a Christmas party. And of course, he drew his very, very nice. It must have been a cat. Who knows? And then I said to him with a smile, I said, well, cooking is an art and I know how to cook.
There you go.
And he looked at me, but now as an educator and a mathematician, do you feel like there's an intersection between your creativity and mathematics?
Of course, I feel, because people feel mathematics is more quantitative and logic, and artist is creativity, more. I do agree with that. It's more creativity and intuition, and this is logic and quantitative, but they all merge at one higher level. Focus and desire, and without calibrating and analysis, you can't do even art. And at some point, even mathematics, intuition comes in play to solve your proofs and theorems and proofs.
Yeah.
They do interchange, but what level you are matters.
Yeah. Now, I would imagine there's a lot of challenges with maintaining a gallery and your artistic practice, and have, it's just a cost involved as well. How do you overcome that, and how does it all come together for you to have an exhibition?
So when you're talking about challenges, which I face being an artist, educator, business owner, and mother, so time is a challenge, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
Tell me
definitely,
about time.
So definitely time. So I have, so I'm an educator, so I earn some money there, but then I have hired somebody in the gallery to help me out. My manager does a lot of help. Without her, I cannot be what I'm today. So in initial stages, I could not hire, so I was doing everything from mopping the gallery to promoting to art and cooking, dropping children. But this is what I would say for other young parents or youngsters who are having difficulty with resources or time or something. Do it in small pieces. Don't let go. Don't give it up. Don't think you have to do it after your children are grown or after you get a certain amount of money, or if you've saved some amount of money, then you can start. Don't do that. Do it in the resources you have, in the time you have. Right now, my children are grown. I can do a large piece of work. But when my children were there, I tried to do small pieces of work, less number, but I kept doing it. So live your dream, live your life. You live only once. Don't give up. But do it in a lesser or smaller quantity, but that will keep increasing, and that will walk into your life. It will become a mainstream very soon if you don't give up.
Yes.
Determination, desire, passion, determination should be the driving force.
That's such great advice, because you see such young moms and they would say, I had to chuck my dreams aside and set it aside because I don't have the time, and they've got small children. And so it's good for people to know that there is hope. So we have 2 minutes left. I wanted to ask you really quick, what's in the future for you? You had the book, you had your artistic journey, you have the studio, the children are going to be going off to college. What's in the near future for you? I'm sure you have bigger dreams.
So my vision is very simple: create art, create beauty, be passionate about that. And I'm going to be an empty nester next year, but I'm looking forward to that because I can create more and not feel guilty.
Yeah, and I wish there was a way we could collaborate and communicate, all of us moms, before we leave the planet, because we all know that that's a given, right? That one day we would be that old man in the picture. But what can we do, like, to just bring world peace and say to people that it's okay if you're brown. It's okay if the good Lord made you brown, black, white, even green, whatever, yellow. But at the end of the day, we all know that our Creator lives right here in our heart, and we want people to have the same things and be happy and live their best life with whatever talent, gift, and ability the good Lord give us. How do you think in the remaining 30 seconds we could accomplish that?
Seeta, my personal idea is we don't talk about things which are not useful, like black, white. There are a lot of unfairness, but we do not talk about the colors itself. Let's talk about something which is very vibrant, creativity, technology, health, and those things, instead of talking about these negative things, and not fuel and give more strength for the unnecessary things which is not needed at all. And some people, because of politics or something, they make it a huge issue. As such, we know we are friendly with all the other races and colors and religions personally. When people walk into the gallery, it is not a personal hate or anything. It's propagated by some group or something else.
Yes, it's universal love. What you promote is universal love, and I love it.
Right.
So give us your website for the gallery and how someone could contact you. I wish I could come down there and see it in person. How long is it running until?
It is running until February 20th, and we are open from Tuesday to Saturday, 12:30 to 5:30. And my website is Venvi artgallery.com.
Oh boy, this is so interesting to have a friend that actually does this, and because there's hope for people like my son Michael and other kids whose parents tell them, no, you should just put your dreams aside, because there's so much to do from our heart to give back to the world with what we have inside of us.
So I request parents, please ask your children to dream.
Amen.
Dream is our future.
Amen. Everyone, thank you so much, and thank you for calling in and giving us all of that great information. What a great Thanksgiving week show, Seeta. Well, once again, listeners, thank you so much for being with us. And as well, thank you so much for a fantastic year. Happy Thanksgiving to all of your families. And thanks again to 1510 WWBC for allowing us to be on the air. We love being here. And we will see you next Monday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Viewpoint with Seeta and Friends.